Hello everybody, welcome back to the preview ahead of the game against Bayern Munich in the Champions League final. We'll be giving you some quotes from Erik ten Hag's press conference, we'll be giving you the latest you need to know, and we'll also be previewing the game ahead against Bayern Munich. Now, we know it's a really tough game for Manchester United and it's going to be really hard for us to get the win. Ultimately, Bayern Munich are a top side, and we ultimately know the potential that they have in this game. In the first couple of minutes of the video, I will give you the team news from both teams. But as of now, Manchester United go into this game with no Harry Maguire, no Varane, no Wan-Bissaka, no Luke Shaw, no Malacia, no Anthony, obviously, no Sancho, no Mount, no Mainu, and no Amrabat. So yeah, looking like a really makeshift team. A lot of players are injured, and ultimately Manchester United will have to do really well to win this game. But there are quotes from Erik ten Hag, which we will give you in a minute. But let me quickly just give you the Bayern Munich team news. So, from Bayern Munich, Kimmich is a doubt for the game. Neuer, Kingsley Coman, who is it? Kingsley Coman, Neuer. And I think they've got one other player out. I can't remember who it was, but they'll all be out of the game. Ultimately, Neuer, Kingsley Coman, Kimmich, all really important players. For Bayern Munich, and ultimately big players for them. I mean, they do have other players. They've got the likes of Harry Kane. We know he's a potential threat. We'll be talking about him. But ultimately, let's talk about the quotes that Erik ten Hag gave. He said, on Harry Maguire, he has some complaints. We have to see how bad it is. He finished the training, but he was not able to travel. He talked about the volume of injuries. He said, of course, it's a concern. That's why we needed to add a squad. That's why we added to the squad with depth. The squad can deal with it. He was then asked, did he sign Rasmus HOJLUND over Harry Kane? He said, I think we discussed it in San Diego. I don't think we have to repeat this debate. We are happy with Rasmus HOJLUND. He said HOJLUND's the first game he was injured, played against Brighton and Arsenal. He's a big talent and he will contribute to our team. We are confident about that. So yeah, we know that HOJLUND's a fantastic player and will be so important to us. And I do think he is a fantastic player. He's really good on the ball. He's got a lot of potential. Erik ten Hag said about his time at Bayern. He said he loves the mentality from Bayern. They had some great years together. First year we were champions. Second season we were unlucky that we weren't promoted. It was a good experience and enjoyable. Now, Erik ten Hag was also joined by Andre Onana in this press conference. And some of the questions that were faced to Onana I thought were a bit dodgy. Like, why are you talking about pre-season with Maguire? But we will give you the quotes. Onana said, I'm a passionate player. I demand a lot from our players and manager. But like I said, we are in this together. Manchester United is an amazing club. It's huge. I'm trying to do my best. The season has not been amazing, but I'm very confident that everything will be all right. Now, Andre Onana, we know he's a massive player. He also talked about replacing David De Gea's the shoes that David De Gea had. We will discuss that. He said on injuries, Ten Hag, from the start of the season, I don't think I ever started, in my opinion, the best 11. There was always injuries. We got results from the period that we are in now. Now, that's interesting. Ten Hag hasn't really started his first team in every game, so that shows that something is missing. And yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens there. He said, I've experienced it with injuries in the past. You managed it. You have to deal with it. I like these situations because you have to handle it and you know what we do. And that's focusing on the process. So yeah, let's talk about the threat Bayern pose. They are very attractive players. You're very skillful. You cannot be unfocused for a split second. They have so many individually classed players, and they can also sometimes leave you spaces which Erik ten Hag obviously knows that Manchester United need to exploit in this game. It's crucial for us to have a big impact. We have to win this game. So yeah, he said on Bayern in the Champions League, they're very strong. We are looking forward to it as we like a challenge. Now, personally, for me, I don't think we'll win this game. I don't think many people do. We're not expected to score a goal. It just looks like Bayern will destroy us. So yeah, Onana, obviously, on his interaction with Maguire, he said Maguire's a good guy, got a good relationship with him. Spoke to him this morning before we took off. I don't think we have to talk about what happened. What happened on the pitch stayed on the pitch. He said, Onana also said, I'm good with my feet. The most important thing is I'm with the team and I need to win. If the team needs with my feet, I will be good with my feet. Yeah, and another thing, Eric Ten Hag talked about the connection between Rasmus and Rashi. He said, "We've seen Rasmus and Rashi together. Looking at how they can benefit. Discussions between them on and off the pitch are ongoing. The connection is already there." So they are the quote. Fascinating preview from Ten Hag. Now let's discuss the game. Manchester United will look to obviously beat Bayern Munich. Don't know how they're going to do this. Bayern Munich are tactically really good. Got good players. They've got two goals, obviously a decent manager, but there definitely is areas for Manchester United to exploit. We look at the pace of Rashford and HOJLUND. Hopefully, can get in behind Bayern Munich, and we're gonna have to cause them threat somehow. And then the midfield is so important in this game, to give us an out ball. And I think Rasmus HOJLUND is crucial, as I've said in my 5 things to expect. Rasmus HOJLUND will be used as an out ball for Manchester United to help us get up the pitch and win fouls. And ultimately, it's down to him to do that job. We know Rashford, Martial are not good at that. I think the bench will have a part for Manchester United. And we know that it'll probably be the same team that probably faced Brighton. But yeah, I think the likes of Garnacho maybe coming off the bench, Martial will have an impact to play in the game. And ultimately, I think it'd be important. But let's go through my team. So obviously, Onana will stay in goals. As he said in his press conference, big performance needed from him. He knows what he's expected from itself. Right back, obviously, no Wan-Bissaka, so Delo forces his way in. I think people would have probably started Wan-Bissaka in this game as well. Centre backs, obviously, no other option, but really, really slim at the back. It will be Lissandro and Lindelof. The positive is Varane hopefully should be back and hopefully in contention to start, hopefully against Burnley. Left back, you go Reguilon. Big game. He had a really good game against Bayern. Hopefully he can replicate that again. Into midfield, you probably go Casemiro, Eriksen, McTominay, and Bruno Fernandes. I think McTominay had a really poor game against Bayern, and if he does start, it'll be another opportunity that Ten Hag has given him, and he definitely has to take this one this time. He's been given so many, and for me, he hasn't taken them. And up front, obviously, you start HOJLUND and Rashford. Now, we know it's a good connection for them, and we need to see that flourish. But that's the preview. I'm going to go for a 3-0 win for Bayern Munich. I know I shouldn't be negative because I'm a United fan, but ultimately, I just don't see a way how we get the win. Let me know your score predictions in the comments. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's push on now to 2,100 subscribers. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. Bring on the game against Bayern Munich. It's going to be difficult, but we know Manchester United are ready for this sort of game. And yeah, it's interesting build-up. Obviously, we'll be giving you everything you need to know. Match reactions should hopefully be going up maybe after the game or on Thursday. And yeah, we'll be keeping you up to date with everything you need to know about Manchester United as always. So yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Peace.